Hi, I'm Adam Yenser, and welcome to the Canceled News, where today is our special commemorative December 11th show, which of course marks one of the darkest days in our... What's that? Oh, that's right, that was September 11th. Sorry, I forgot. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and if you can make it, come to see one of my upcoming live shows. I'll be at Seven Sirens in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania on December 26th. Then on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I'll be at Slapsticks in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Then I'll be heading to Montana and Michigan. Check my website for a full list of tour dates. Now here's what's in the news. There was some very shocking news this week. Up until Monday, Bob Dole was still alive. He will now be reunited with the only man who could impersonate him. CNN fired Chris Cuomo amid allegations that he helped his brother during his sexual harassment scandal and was accused of sexual misconduct himself. This will make it hard for Don Lemon, who now has to push the left's entire agenda himself. There are reports that Chris Cuomo is planning to sue CNN over his firing, presumably due to rampant Cuomophobia and Cuomophobic remarks. Speaking of Don Lemon, his best friend Jussie Smollett's trial took place this week, and Jussie once again changed his story, now testifying that he was able to beat off one of his attackers. Ultimately, Jussie was found guilty on 5 of 6 counts for faking a racist and homophobic hate crime in 2019, and I for one am sad. The saga is now over, which means no more Jussie Smollett jokes. I love Jussie Smollett jokes, and given how rarely these things happen, we may have to wait days or even weeks before a liberal fakes another hate crime. The Christmas tree outside of Fox News headquarters in New York City was set on fire by a homeless man. Luckily, the fire didn't last long since there were already 5 other homeless people urinating on it. The sign on the famous Staples Center in Los Angeles was removed on Monday, and it will now be known as the Crypto.com Arena, because the Kings, Lakers, and Clippers have all been performing about the same as Bitcoin lately. Joe Biden hosted the Kennedy Center honors, recognizing Bette Midler, Berry Gordy, Justino Diaz, Joni Mitchell, and Lorne Michaels. Joe Biden's connection to Lorne Michaels goes back decades. In fact, here's an old picture of them meeting for the first time. A day after the Michigan school shooting, Kentucky Republican Thomas Massie tweeted a photo of his family where they're holding rifles in front of their Christmas tree. Look, I'm pro-Second Amendment, but this is never a good look. When Republicans tweet out pictures like this immediately after a tragedy, all it does is shoot conservatives in the foot, or in the niece's face, or in the brother's arm, or whatever is about to happen here. Vaccine mandates are in full effect in Los Angeles, but In-N-Out Burger is reportedly defying Los Angeles' indoor dining ban for the unvaccinated. These vaccination checks are ridiculous, and I love that In-N-Out Burger is doing this. I love that they always adhere to their values. I love that they're taking a stand against these unjust mandates. So to show them some love, help them out, and support them, I'm going to choke down one of their awful cardboard-flavored overrated burgers that are literally worse than every other fast food burger. Oh, I hope McDonald's or someplace better defies these mandates soon. The CEO of Better.com fired over 900 of the company's employees over a group Zoom call this week, except Ted, who was accidentally on mute and is still waiting to hear what the meeting is about. The U.S. has announced a diplomatic boycott of the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing. Australia has decided to also boycott the Olympics, and so has the tiny nation of Fatlandia. Oh, not even the people of Fatlandia would enjoy one of these things. But thanks, In-N-Out Burger. During the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, one of Epstein's alleged victims testified that Maxwell would schedule her meetings with Epstein and often spoke of sexual topics. There she is using a water bottle to demonstrate what Epstein would make her do. As more employees resign from her office, there are rumors emerging that Kamala Harris is a bully and a soul-destroying boss who creates a toxic workplace. I can't believe she's like that. She seemed so nice when she was on Ellen. 40 camels were disqualified from a camel beauty pageant in Saudi Arabia because they had been injected with Botox, and one was disqualified for having its humps done. Who put this many onions on a burger? Switzerland has approved a new assisted suicide capsule, which is a pod people can lie in anywhere to kill themselves. It's the perfect place to watch Seth Rogen's new Santa Inc. Christmas special. A man in Britain secretly built the country's largest model train set in his basement because he was afraid his girlfriend would dump him if she found out about his hobby. I feel like telling your girlfriend you're building a model train set would be way less creepy than constantly telling her, "Don't look in my basement. Don't go down there." Thankfully, not only did his relationship survive, but look how well it's going. You're so nasty. Oh, we're back. The Speaker of the House of Commons has called for a police investigation after reports of rampant cocaine use among British Parliament, which is surprising. Judging by their teeth, I would have pinned them as meth heads. Tiger Woods announced that he will return to golf for the first time since his accident to enter a tournament with his son Charlie, or as Tiger calls him, my other accident. All finished. No more burger. At least it wasn't as bad as Chick-fil-A.